And then maybe just before this moment they said, Wallah, this sheikh is the best sheikh. But now they said, this sheikh is the worst sheikh. All of you are laughing because I'm backbiting sisters? Astaghfirullah. You should say to me, Allah, don't say this about sisters, don't backbite. No, seriously. When you want to buy a gift, even for your wife if you really love her or you miss her, yeah, but think of your wife to be. When you want to buy something for her, you don't think about money much. You think about
how happy she be.
What makes her happy. Yes or no? Think when you worship Allah, when you do salah, when you come for Hajj, when you do the different rites of Hajj. Now we will do stoning. Yeah? Think that Allah loves this. Allah is the one who commands you to do this. So, do it perfectly. Yeah? Do it according to the Sunnah in order to make it perfect. When you go for tawaf, don't think of it as a burden. Oh no, it's too crowded. Yeah? Yes, it is too crowded, but subhanallah, I love to do it because Allah loves it. When you do salah, try not to think about anything try not to think about anything other than Allah. Because you say, subhanallah, this time should be for Allah, for my beloved alone. And yet, I am thinking about something other than Allah. This is very bad. So after salah, you will say, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. You will say it first because you say, astaghfirullah, ya Allah, I should not have thought about something other than you in your own time. This is how we link between our physical ibadah and about our spiritual internal ibadah. Okay, right. The question from the sisters. As you said, when you love Allah, you wish to be alone with Him. In Hajj, this is very difficult. So how do we know we have done enough to have our Hajj accepted? Yes, see, this is a very common question, although the sister put it, rephrased it. The question is, how do we know whether our Hajj is accepted or not? Very common question. Yeah, very common question. And we say that you will never ever know for sure whether your Hajj was accepted or rejected. You will never ever know for sure that your ibadah, whether your Hajj or fasting or salah, yes, is accepted or rejected. Yeah, it is impossible. All what you can know is whether your Hajj is valid. And there is a difference between the validity of the ibadah and the acceptance of the ibadah. The validity means that you have done it, yes, according to, generally speaking, the requirements stated by Sharia or by Sunnah. Yeah, you do wuquf bi Arafah, you stay in Arafah in the right time, you go to Muzdalifah in the right time, you do your tawaf in the right time, you do your rami, etc. So my ibadah is valid. Is valid, and yeah, it has some level of acceptance. But to conclude that your ibadah was accepted fully, you will never know this in this dunya. Why is this? Anyone knows why it is impossible to know whether your ibadah is fully accepted or not? No one?
Create arrogance.
Huh?
Creates arrogance in yourself.
Yes. The brother said what? It will create what? Arrogance in yourself. It is actually the mercy of Allah that we don't know whether our ibadah was accepted or not. Because if we know that, imagine a person, he sees a sign to confirm that his Hajj is accepted. When he goes back, he will do so many sins and he will say, I have done Hajj. He will not be encouraged to do more ibadah because my Hajj was accepted. So, this acceptance of Hajj that was shown to him, it will be counterproductive. It will what? Discourage him from doing many other ibadah. But if you don't know, you will continue what? Doing. Yes. Maybe this Hajj was not fully accepted. Let me do another Hajj. Let me do a third Hajj. Maybe this Salah was not accepted. Let me do another Salah. Let me do a third Salah. Let me give more Sadaqah. Let me make more Istighfar. Let me make more dhikr of Allah Jalla Ala. So it is out of mercy of Allah Jalla Ala is what? That Allah Jalla Ala doesn't show us a confirmation for the acceptance of our ibadah. Okay. The second part of the question is, how did Prophet ﷺ spend his time in Mina? Did he spend his time in dunya matters and speaking and joking with the Sahaba? Now this question is heavy loaded for Sheikh Abu Umar. صح؟ Yes or no? This is a heavy loaded question. طبعا because I am a big sheikh. I know about the politics of religion and the politics of those questions. Like sometimes when you have brothers and sisters, a sister wants to complain about her husband, so she will send a question. Sheikh, what do you think of that man who neglects his wife, who doesn't buy her gifts, who doesn't take her for a holiday, and he doesn't buy a ring for her? The question is what? Tailored to what? To talk about her husband. And similarly, the brothers will send the question. Sheikh, what do you think of a wife who doesn't cook curries for her wife, for him? What do you think of that wife, who doesn't dress, in yellow for her husband? What do you think of that wife who doesn't do this and that? What do you think of that wife who doesn't visit her in-laws, every day? So these are the heavy loaded questions. So we normally be afraid of those heavy loaded questions. Yes, the Prophet ﷺ, it was not mentioned clearly how did the Prophet ﷺ spend his time in Mina. But generally speaking, we know that the Prophet ﷺ wouldn't lose his time. He would make the most of his time. Especially in Mina, the Prophet ﷺ said, أيام التشريق أيام أكل وشرب وذكر لله جل وعلا. And there was one hadith that the Prophet ﷺ said, يوم عرفة ويوم النحر وأيام التشريق عيدنا أهل الإسلام. They are like our Eid. So the Prophet ﷺ said, those أيام أكل وشرب, eat and drink. That's why many scholars said that don't fast in those days. It's not allowed to fast in those days. which means that يعني just be a bit relaxed, man. Come on. طيب, take it easy, حبيبي. Can I say take it easy, حبيبتي? We just spoke about love. You know this Sheikh Mabruk Atiyah? You know Sheikh Mabruk Atiyah? He's a very lovely guy. Sheikh, you don't know him? Allahu Akbar. The Egyptian Sheikh. So the Egyptian Sheikh, one time, I don't know whether it was a setup or... So they interviewed him. A lady interviewed him over the phone. So she was asking him that sometimes you are harsh and make fun of, yes, and you carry flowers in your hand. Huh? Yeah. So then, I don't know, she asked him something, I forgot about it. And then he said, Ya Habibti, Allah yahdiki. Then the lady said to him, you say to me, Ya Habibti. Sheikh, this is not aib. Then the Sheikh said, sorry, what? I don't know whether that was a setup or pre-arranged. He said, are you my enemy? Are you my enemy? You are someone, a Muslim, I'm a Muslim lady. I love you as any other Muslim. Why do we think of love in a sexual way, in a very bad way all the time? Yeah? So he managed to come out of it in a clever way. Yeah. Now, brothers and sisters, okay, don't see a sister in the corridor and sister, Wallahi, I love you for the sake of Allah. And then, or مثلا the sisters see Sheikh Abu Bashir, Wallahi Sheikh Abu Bashir, you know, I love you for the sake of Allah. Yeah. Don't do that, brothers and sisters. Okay. Yes, Ustad. Yes.
Is it not a place where you think to, you talk about the person who loves Allah subhanahu he doesn't complain about himself. But is it not a place where you think for somebody to complain about his own deficiencies, only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about his own negative traits that he thinks that he wants to improve?
Yeah, the question is about complaining to Allah. Yes, you can complain to Allah about your sins, about your shortcomings, but not complaining about Allah. In front of Allah, you complain about yourself. Ya Allah, I don't know how many times I promised you, Ya Allah, not to commit sins. And Ya Allah, I am so weak. Yeah, I go back to the sins, I commit them again and again. Ya Allah, forgive me. Ya Allah, help me against myself, against my nafs, against my weaknesses. Yes, this is the best complaint. قد سمع الله قول التي تجادلك في زوجها وتشتكي إلى الله. In many cases we have no one to complain to except Allah. Yeah, definitely. طيب, جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيك. It is lovely to be with you. Yeah.